Hey, there's a bounder just like Betty. Hello everybody, welcome back. We're in Kingman, Arizona today, and I have to go shopping for something. A vacuum cleaner or two. Anybody that has one of these furry things, you know, right, knows you can't go very long without a vacuum cleaner. The bounder has, it's what, over half of it has carpeting, which I like. But yeah, ever since Area 51 and my other vacuum cleaner throwing a fit, I blame the aliens. So we're gonna swing by Home Depot. I think they actually have some high performance. I thought if I have to buy another new one, I'm gonna get a little better one this time. One that really gets the job done. I'm gonna see what Home Depot has. Might get a construction grade vacuum. I don't know yet. Anyway, nice thing about ending up down here in Kingman is run into a familiar face or two. Run into some friends, old and new. That was nice. That's the first I've hung out with anybody that I knew since I left Washington. So that's been a little while. Anyway, we're gonna get up here to Home Depot and see if we can pick up a couple of things. Okay, I can see that this item is probably not going to happen at this store. Yeah, they have some better ones here, all right. Here are the two cordless rechargeables they have. They're over $200. Yeah, this isn't happening here. No. Wait, they have. Here's a little portable, a compact model. I could plug it into my inverter or on my generator. Oh, and here's a little, I think this is rechargeable, but it's out of stock. So we're gonna move on from this one. Go try to find the high performance Shop-Vac. I'll worry about this other one another time at another store. So here's why I wanted to come to Home Depot. They have these Ridgid lines, the Ridgid brand of Shop-Vacs, and they're more of a high performance one than the, the Craftsman Shop-Vacs or the Shop-Vac brand Shop-Vacs. For the same size Shop-Vac, there's more horsepower. But actually, this is the one I was going to buy. But here, let me show you something. See, they start with these little, okay, that's a 6-gallon, that's 3.5 horsepower. Now, the one on the RVs only, it's just a little one for little jobs. It's, 1 gallon and only 1.5 horsepower. It's okay. It's a lot of work to clean up dog hair. When it comes to time to do the dog hair, yeah, it takes up front particularly. But the reason I came here was they have a more compact model. Typically, if you want more horsepower, you have to buy a larger machine. So from 3.5 gallon or 6 gallon, 3.5, actually 9 gallons, you get up to 4.25, 12 gallons, you get up to 5, and then obviously 14 gallons to 6, 16 gallons to 6.5. Now, these things are big, and then there's the problem of storing it when you're not using it. But they have this compact model here. This little 4-gallon one has 5. That's equivalent to, typically you have to buy this big giant 12-gallon one to get that much power. Well, this is a much smaller one with lots of power, the power of a larger one. So that would be nice to have. That's what I was shooting for. But then I found maybe something better. Okay, it comes with 2 extension wads, one of them things, a filter, okay. And it's on wheels. But then I found this other thing over here. At first I thought it was just like a kit. If you wanted extra accessories and hoses, it has wands in it and those other attachments. But it turns out it is a vacuum. It's the same size, 4.5. Well, what was the other one? 4. This one's just a little bit bigger, 4.5 gallons. Lots of power, but it's shaped like a toolbox. Well, and it is. You can keep all your I guess the hoses, the extensions slide in it somehow. But let's see here. But look, tucked in these ends. Open that up. There's where the cord's at. The hose. Probably more attachments are under here. Now it's not on wheels. It's a tug along, they call it. But you know, it's like a toolbox when it's closed. Yeah, it has that handle on it. I think without the extra wheels on it, you know, so what in the RV if I gotta tug it along. It does have a 7-foot hose. You know, if I gotta tug it along a couple of times to go through the RV, that is not a big deal. I don't need the extra room. You know, if there's casters on it, that makes it taller. And a lot of these have the motor on top. Yeah, that makes it taller. This would make it so much easier to store. And that one I have now is only 1.5 horsepower. This thing is going to do such a better job. And storage will be relatively easy. I think this is the guy. Now, these are all the same price. These, the couple I looked at. You know, first the largest one that you typically get all that power is 12 gallon. Yeah, it's $79.95 or something. Well, just because you're going to smaller, you know, you're paying for all that motor. You know, it's only 4 gallons, but you're still getting all that power. They still want 79. And this guy here, you're still getting all that power. Don't matter the size, it obviously. Between the power and attachments, different configurations, yeah, 79 bucks. But you know, the same thing in a Craftsman. You know, in the Shop-Vacs, they're basically, you have to buy these big ones, and they're only like 4.5. They're comparable. They are about half the price, but I don't believe they offer these more compact models. I think I'm going to go with the Ridgid Pro Pack. Yeah, I think that's what we're doing. Okay, I've unboxed this thing and I'm really impressed with it. 3 reasons. But oh, hi Bella. Are you going to talk to that silly camera thing again? Huh? Are you going to talk? Okay, alright. Hang on. Let's make you pretty. Okay, here's the camera. See? She's like, I don't care about the camera. I want attention. Okay. Can you let Dad record? Okay, I really like this thing. Number one is the power. It is by far superior to this thing. Okay, that's 1.5 peak horsepower. This is over 3 times as much. It's 5 horsepower. And, you know, it's a bigger hose than this one, so it's more volume. I tried it already. It works fantastic. It really is powerful. The other thing is the storage, you know, with these, you know, with these things, you know, where do you put these attachments at that come with it, you know? And try to wind up this hose. Where does it go? Yeah, it's just a mess. I did keep the original box. Oh, so, you know, I do pack it all away. But you know what? The new one, it's nice that everything, all the storage goes on board. You know, the brush goes on here, and this other piece goes in here, and you know, it all, you know, closes up. The hose fits in the other end, and this other attachment, and the cord all winds up and goes in the other end. So the only exception is I thought the 2 wand extensions slid in the case, but there's actually little brackets. They snap onto the back of it. So that's the only thing that's external on it. But, you know, and I really like the shape of it. You know, it's not an irregular shape. Like it has the casters on the bottom. or irregular on the top of the handle or a motor. You know, with casters it'd be hard to set it on something, you know, without it getting moving around and stuff. And you certainly couldn't put anything on top of it. You know, with this suitcase or toolbox design, I could set it on top of something. It's stackable. You know, I could set it on top of something, or I could put something on top of it. And just its size, it's just so much easier for storage. Yes, it's bigger. It's gonna take up more space in the end. Maybe. I mean, you know, there's this box. You know, it will take up more space, but what else? You know what? And these here, this does so much better of a job with the more power. And these brushes, these are one of my favorite attachments because it's good for getting the dust off of a keyboard or a dusty dashboard. And you know what? Being out here in the desert when it's dusty, having this more powerful one, it's going to be so much easier to, you know, just pull the dust out of anything. And into that other attachment, wherever, if I'm going to do the cushions of the couch and the seats, all up around Bella's chair. She made me promise I wouldn't show everybody that her mess that she's made around her chair. So I won't show that. But, you know, it cleans that up so nice. So yeah, I'm happy to have this new one. Very happy. you know, and does it really even make any more noise than the little one? I don't know. Okay, that's it. That little one's packed up for the last time. It's ready for its new owner. I may just give that to somebody. You know, for the little thing that it is nice for doing little jobs. It is. I gotta give it that. But sometimes more is better. Yes, that really looks all so much better. It was pretty bad. Power, more power gets it done. And what about you? And what do you think about all that? More power, right? What do you think? Huh? Okay. So yeah, having this new vacuum is just going to be huge as far as keeping the RV cleaner. You know, being out here in a dusty desert, more power to get all that dust better. This is going to work out. We're going to get on to bigger and better things. Get back to the norm of maybe we'll go do some. I think about doing some Route 66 stuff here. It's not too far from here. We might go check something out. And I hope you like being introduced to, if you weren't familiar with this Ridgid brand and these better Shop-Vacs. Home Depot carries them, probably Lowe's, you know, different home improvement stores. They're a little bit more money, but you know, they're so much better. You know, and this one and that other compact model, it's just power in a smaller unit. So, yeah, that's what works for me. Like I said, we're gonna get on with other stuff. Thanks for checking this vacuum cleaner nonsense out, and thanks for watching. Like, comment, share, subscribe. That's it. Till next time, I'll see you.